Hey, welcome to Snap, Crackle, and Pop Culture.
That's my name.
I wanted Snapchat, but apparently someone already had it, so...
Oh! What are we talking about, bruh?
I want to talk about Shinichiro Watanabe and how he's totally just thrashing this season of anime.
Yes, so while we're recording this, we're in the summer season of anime right now.
Mm-hmm.
He has two shows. He's got Terra in Resonance, Zankyo no Terra, and Space Dandy Season 2.
Which is fucking hilarious.
Okay, slamming. Space Dandy alone is destroying, but Zankyo no Terra...
Terra in Resonance, man. That shit is good.
Yeah.
And I know it's... And we're about... What are we about? What episode... At the time of recording, we're at episode 4.
Yeah, 4.
And you know, it's still kind of hard to tell what is going. But, I mean...
Yeah, there
isn't... building to?
There isn't really, in my opinion, a clear good guy and bad guy.
Uh-huh.
There's two parties, essentially.
Yep.
Is Sphinx, or Sphinx, however they want to say it, and that detective.
Yeah, I guess you could say...
Shimagawa, I think his name is?
I guess you could say by extension the rest of the police, but they're kind of just...
But they're
Muppets, say. They're absolutely Muppets.
Yeah, they're pretty much just like kind of cannon fodder for these dudes to just like slip by in
and make look like dickheads.
Basically.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's a series that's tough to know where it's going because there's so little at this point that we know.
Yeah.
Like, we only know the bare minimum, really.
There's bad guys, they love to deal with bombs. There's a good guy, he doesn't like to deal with bombs, but he will, because...
Bang, bang, boom, boom.
Yeah, and I mean, what's good about Zankyo no Terra, Terra in Resonance, they're both the same, is that, you know, there's a good guy and a bad guy, obviously, but they're both as intelligent as each other. And now, I'm talking like the bad guy is a single entity, but it really is the two dudes.
The Sphinx, or whatever they're called.
Yeah, so... But, you know, like, really, like, essentially, you know, it was like Sphinx gives the police these riddles, these coded messages, you know, and, like, really, he's the only dude that can get them. Yeah. So it's like, you need someone as equally intelligent, and they've done it perfectly, really.
I agree, and I think the fact that, like, he's a, what is it?
Second generation
Hiroshima survivor. And I feel like he has a very personal stake in this matter.
But also not so unbelievably personal.
Yeah.
They didn't go, oh, he survived Hiroshima.
Yeah, that would have been dumb. Like, but he has that connection, and it's understandable why this police officer or detective of all people would have a very personal and strong vendetta against these guys.
Yeah,
or really badly have a reason to want to get them.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously... Apart from the fact that they're doing bad stuff.
Bad stuff. Like, he has a more, I guess you say, as I said, personal stake in the matter.
Sure.
Because his family has been affected by bombs in the past.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense that he, of all people, and up until this point, he'd been working as what, a desk monkey, pretty much.
Yeah, because of some stuff that happened in the past.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, if you haven't seen it, I mean, we're not going to really give it away, are we?
No, but...
Not really. Like... You know, but something happened in his past that he shouldn't have done. I mean, he should have, but he shouldn't have. It's just one of those things. And he got pushed down to, basically, he's just filing.
Yeah.
With this other bloke, who, although he seems a bit, you know, docile and dumb, he's been giving him, like, all these good, like, brain-snapping ideas.
They make a pretty good team.
And the other guy doesn't even realise he's in that team.
Yeah. And I'll say this. There's one character in this series that I really have no idea. I think she's like the wild card. That Lisa. What is
no idea.
Where is she going? What is her role in this series?
Episode 4 that we're at right now, in recording.
Yep.
What is happening?
No clue where she's going as a character. No clue what her involvement will be. She's right at this point run away, and I don't know where
she's got a bad home life.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how she's going to factor in to the main story. But even then, I feel like, and this is something I've noticed with Watanabe's series in general, about halfway through, things are going to really kick to another gear.
Yeah.
So I reckon by episode 6, maybe, or even 7, things are going to start turning, and we're going to start seeing the real story here.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, I think something that maybe people won't agree with me here, but about Watanabe in general, like, a lot of people say, oh, the height of his career was Bebop. I don't think so. I think right now is the height of his career.
Sure,
He's come off like a couple good damn years. Kids on the Slope, who could forget that? Then you've also got Space Dandy now, and you've also got Terror in Resonance.
Yeah.
And even then, I think
Samurai Champloo in the past.
Samurai Champloo, Bebop. He also did a bit of, I think he did music for Redline.
Okay.
Which was a fucking good movie.
Yeah,
the music
okay.
was very good as well. And I think he had some sort of involvement with Lupin the Third, The Woman Called Mina Fishka.
Sure, yeah, I did hear that.
Can't really, he wasn't directing it. He had
No.
some smaller role, but still involved. And this is the height of his career. Right now, what he's doing now is more output than he's ever done. And like, after Bebop, it took how many years before he made Champloo?
It was quite a while, wasn't it?
And after Champloo, it took how many years before he made Kids on the Slope?
Yeah,
and now it's just hit after hit after hit after
Well, I mean,
hit.
he's got 2 series
running simultaneously.
Yeah. Essentially being pit against each other, and they're smashing it. They really are smashing
They're smashing everyone.
But you know what's unfortunate?
What?
And I'm not here to slam other series, but, you know, I think what would beat, really, Watanabe in the ratings is Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Too. Only because it has such a fan base. I mean, Watanabe has a mad fan base. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
And I don't actually have the definite stats, but this is just my thought. As someone going in blind, Sword Art Online has such a massive fan base that really it's like, well, it could really beat out anything.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure you're on point there, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Watanabe has a bit more of a niche audience.
Yeah, definitely.
A very vocal, but ultimately niche audience compared to, say, Sword Art Online, which is a very mainstream, big hitting title. So, even though it's got the Watanabe name, Terror in Resonance is a bit more of a sleeper.
Yeah, it took
Space Dandy, not so much.
Killing it.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's being simul-dubbed, which is like, I think the only other series I've ever heard of doing that before was, what was it called? With all the doppelgangers.
The Doppelgangers?
I can't remember what it's called. You guys out there might remember what it's called. It was not a very good series in my opinion, but that was the only other time I remember a simultaneous dub happening. But yeah,
you may be talking about K?
No, it wasn't K.
No,
it started with a K.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Continue.
But anyways, so I think that's added a lot to Space Dandy, and I personally have loved the dub. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, you know, it's both on Crunchyroll in Japanese.
Yep.
And in English on Anime Lab, which is Madman's new streaming service. It's really thrashing. It's destroying the competition.
Anime Lab does also have the Japanese as well as the dub.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah,
okay. I've only really watched it in the English.
Yeah, me too. But
you watched 18 episodes in English. You're gonna continue watching it in English.
I can't watch it in Japanese now. I'm so used to how Dandy sounds in English. So I don't know. It's an awesome series.
Watanabe's smashing it. He's smashing it. Really.
I know me and you really liked the episode Dandy's a transfer student baby or whatever.
Yeah.
I found out that episode was actually ghost directed and written by Watanabe.
Oh really?
Yeah, he used pseudonym names for what reason I don't know, but those 2 people whose names it says on there don't actually exist.
That's cool.
So it is him.
That's really cool.
And it was a hilarious episode. I haven't seen the newest episode as of this is an episode where he was fishing or something like that. I haven't seen that one yet.
Basically, that one's quite I would say in some ways a meaningful episode. That's all I'll say. I mean, it is. I mean, every episode you can say is meaningful, but this one has a lot to do with by the end of it, you know, togetherness and working as a community. But
to me, that's the thing with Dandy is that it can be really odd at the same time.
Really weird.
Like the episode where his head goes onto a planet and there's just a fish there. I did not get that episode at all.
Yeah.
Or the plant episode from season 1. Do you remember that?
That was very strange.
That was odd.
That was very strange.
I think it's a very ballsy kind of series that is willing to do anything.
I love it.
Like, it did a high school fucking musical episode. Jesus Christ. What kind of anime gets over that? And you know what? What comes down to Watanabe? He's a genius. A damn genius. I love that Watanabe.
You didn't need to swear.
I like to swear.
A damn beeping genius.